Hello, everyone, and welcome to this evening's webinar. We're going to be learning about nourishing our foods with vitality, and what we will be talking about some of our vitality oils and how those can be used in our foods and other things. This is Patty Abel, and Jackie's here for my moral support and to be available if there's any questions, possibly if there's something that I might miss. So we will get started. And
yeah, I got it fixed.
Okay. So just a little, because I know there might be some people joining us that aren't familiar with Young Living and the oils. So just a little bit about our seed to seal promise on our Young Living oils, why all of us that are already using Young Living has chosen them. Basically, they know everything about the seed, where it's come from, if it's been modified or not. Actually, that it's not been modified. We have our own farms, and we use sustainable growing and harvesting methods. And this is the short of it because I want to get into the meat of the program. You guys can look at this later. We also do our own distillation, and that's either through steam distillation or cold press. That's our citrus oil cold pressed. And everything is tested in-house and via third party. And we seal and label all of our own bottles. So we know everything about the oil from the time it's went into the ground that it's went into, to the moment it hits your door. And if you want more information on that, you can talk to the person who invited you, or hit one of our intro meetings sometimes. And then just a little bit on grades of oil, because especially if we're talking about we're going to be putting some oils into things that we eat or putting them into our bodies, we want to know that our oils are the purest there is. And you'll see a lot of different things out there. There are labels that you'll see that'll say that it's 100% pure, and that only needs to have 5% actual oil in it to have that label. So it's very deceptive and misleading. A synthetic oil is basically, it's been made in the lab. It may be harmful and there's zero therapeutic value to it. An extended or an adulterated oil is usually a fragrance grade. It may contain solvents, chemical extenders, and there's, again, no therapeutic value. And then what we term is, and you'll see a lot of these out in the market, especially now, natural oils or organic and certified oils is another label you'll see. And those focus the growing on natural, chemical-free environment. No focus is on the harvest and distillation. It's just on the growing. And harvesting and distillation has a huge bearing on how good your oils are. If it's not harvested at the right time and if it's not distilled at the right temperature, that can make a huge difference in the chemical constituency of the oil. It will pass an oil standard test, but may not contain any or just a few of the therapeutic compounds. And then a therapeutic grade, which is the oils that we'll be talking about tonight, the Young Living oils, is pure. They're medicinal, steam distilled, essential oils, and they contain all the desired therapeutic compounds needed. So the first ones we'll be talking about is in our herb vitality dietary. And oregano is the very first one we'll be discussing. So oregano, most all of us have oregano in our spice cabinet, or we have fresh oregano growing in our herb garden or in pots. But it's more than just a seasoning. It is also very supportive to a healthy lifestyle when taken as a dietary supplement. Key ingredient in Immune Power, and which is an essential oil blend. Its distinctive pungent taste makes it an indispensable addition to Mediterranean and Mexican cuisines. One thing I will strongly let you know here is if you're using oregano in your cooking, A little goes a long way. So most people will just stick a toothpick into their oregano and then swirl it into their dish, because one drop can overpower a dish very quickly. You can also dilute it if you're taking it in a gel capsule for your healthy lifestyle. Dilute it a little bit with your V6 or olive oil. And again, add sparingly. Thyme is the next one that we will discuss, and it is a concentrated distillation of thyme. So again, just like your oregano, a little goes a long way. I'm one that I try to get I call it a half drop when I go to use thyme, but I love using it in my chicken soups. It can be used in place of the dried spice. And really, to me, when I started using my oils for my cooking, it has such a fresher, more intense flavor than my dried herbs ever had. It includes the natural occurring constituents thymol, paracymene, and gamma terpenosine. However, I'm sure I slaughtered that, but it makes it perfect for including as a dietary supplement. So, I always recommend anytime we mention these constituents to look them up and do some of your own research on them. The benefits of thyme oil make it an essential ingredient in our longevity oil blend, also in our inner defense capsules, which are great for supporting your immune system, in periphery capsules, and in Rehinogen, which are some of the other products Young Living has. Thyme Vitality Oil, you could put, if you're using it as a dietary, you could put a couple of drops in a gelatin, vegetarian gel capsule. And again, I would recommend putting a little bit of V6 or olive oil in there with it. Include it in your pastas or poultry dishes. You can use a few drops in marinades to infuse your meats, which is really yummy. And you can make dips by adding a drop. And again, remember, a little goes a long way. You do not want a whole drop of thyme in something. So try to get a little, what I call half drop, or put your toothpick in it and then swirl it in there. But it is delicious. I just made a vegan broccoli soup the other day, and in place of the fresh thyme or the dried thyme, I used thyme oil, and it was so good. So that brings us to our first recipe that I'll be sharing, and I will, if you guys need these, you can come back and look at the webinar, or just message me and I can send you a hard copy of the recipe. But this one's for Southern cornbread, and it is using the vitality oils of sage, thyme, and black pepper.
I can't wait to try this one. I love dressing.
I just have to find some gluten-free breadcrumbs.
Exactly.
And then our next oil that we'll talk about is basil. So I'm sure lots of people use basil in their cooking, but basil has a very sweet, warm scent and flavor. It gives, when you're using the essential oil, again, it gives it a brighter flavor than dried herbs. I mean, it's just, because you're using the essence of the plant, so it is really good. If you want a lighter basil flavor in your dish, again, be sure to dip a toothpick in the oil and swirl it. Don't drop a whole drop. Flavor, so you can use this one to flavor your pasta sauce recipes. You could also add rosemary or oregano vitality with it to add extra flavor. This one's great in marinades. I've used it in marinades before, in salad dressings. Vinaigrettes are awesome. So anywhere that you're using basil, try your basil essential oil. It also makes really good for summer treats, like using it with watermelon and juices and things like that. And you could add it to, I love this one, try a little basil strawberry lemonade. So when you're making your homemade lemonade with some strawberry, try a little basil in it. And then rosemary. So, most of us use rosemary. Most of us will have a rosemary plant outside. I love having the plant outside just because I love the way they look and I love the way they smell. But I don't really like using fresh rosemary plant too much because I never can get the amounts right, and I get my dishes overpowered with rosemary. But as a dietary supplement, it's loved for its naturally occurring constituents of eucalyptol and alpha-pinene. So again, look those up, but they can help us in maintaining overall health and wellness. Rosemary also happens to be a very important ingredient in a number of Young Living products. It's in our thieves oil. It's in the blend Energy, which is, very good for energy in the middle of the day. It's in our Juvaflex oil blend, and it's also in our Essential Zymes and our Inner Defense supplement. Especially this time of year, Inner Defense supplement is something you want to have in your medicine cabinet, your cabinet that you keep all your supplements in. Helps boost your immune system. Rosemary Vitality Oil, some of the uses that we can have for it, you can put it a couple of drops in a capsule and take it as a dietary supplement. You could stir a few drops into tomato sauce. Anywhere that you would use regular rosemary, just use a drop of rosemary oil. You can add it in marinades. I've done that. I did a pork loin one time with rosemary, and it was really, really good. You can use it in salad dressings. So again, anywhere that you're using regular rosemary, you can use your rosemary essential oil. And then our next recipe that we'll look at, what a way to spice up mashed potatoes by putting a little bit of rosemary and black pepper vitality oil in there. And then next is our peppermint. This is one of my favorite vitality oils. It has got a very bright, cool flavor. To me, it's a very energizing oil, just from its aroma. With the benefits that it includes is gastrointestinal comfort and normal digestion support. So this one is great for supporting our healthy gut function and digestive efficiency. So how good would that be to put in something that you're eating or drinking to help support your digestive tract? May support exercise performance also to help you have a great workout. So this is a great little oil to put into your water. 1 drop is all you need. Just to give you an idea, 1 drop of peppermint oil is equivalent to 26 cups of peppermint tea. So again, a little goes a long way. This is one of my favorites to add to like brownies or fudge, chocolate stuff, hot cocoa. You could blend it in with your protein shake during the day. Put it in your water to start your morning off. I even like putting this in my water in the late afternoon, like when I start getting kind of tired. It just helps kind of wake me up. And then lavender. So most all of us are familiar with lavender. Lavender has a very sweet, slightly floral flavor that pairs well with, pairs well with rich food. It also pairs very well with light foods. It is sometimes included, most of us know of it from herbs de Provence, which it's combined along with marjoram, thyme, oregano, and rosemary. To avoid overwhelming your food, start small. So I'm going to remind you about this a lot throughout this presentation, because I want you to enjoy your food and I want you to overpower it. So, and it just shows you how, concentrated and how wonderful these oils are, because you don't have to use very much. You can use it in homemade infused fruit jams. You can experiment with it in lemonade. That's one of my favorites, is making lavender lemonade. And you can make like a whole gallon of fresh lemonade. It only takes 1 drop of lavender oil. Any more than that, it's way too overpowering. Citrus sorbet. And I have no idea what the last line was supposed to be, but lavender is great in a lot of things. It's also great in baking, like, shortbread cookies with a little bit of, lemon and lavender in it is great. So now going into our spice vitality dietaries. And the first one we're going to talk about is black pepper. We saw black pepper in 2 of the recipes that we looked at up above. But black pepper oil or our black pepper vitality oil, we can use to replace ground black pepper. So we can use it in soups, rubs, marinades. This is found in our sparkling drink for Young Living, Ninja Zing, which is a great energy drink. I love this drink. But it has our Ninja Red, our wolfberry puree in it, and then also a little thing of black pepper. I wasn't sure about what I'd think about that at first, but I love this drink. You can add, black pepper is great as a dietary supplement, so you can add a couple of drops to a veggie cap with a little B6 or olive oil and take it. You can also add it again to your marinades, salad dressings, salsa, guacamole, spice up your Mexican dishes, flavor pasta, rice. So again, anywhere that you're going to be using black pepper. And cinnamon bark. This one, I love using cinnamon bark. I use this in a lot of my baking where cinnamon is mentioned. Instead of using cinnamon powder, I'll use the cinnamon bark. And then it's like, I don't know, to me, you get so much more of the essence and the aroma from the cinnamon also by using the oil. It just smells the kitchen up lovely. But it's also found in Thieves, Abundance, Inner Defense. So this one's found in a lot of our other products. Taking cinnamon bark vitality as a dietary supplement can help support digestion, and it can help maintain a healthy immune system. So this is a great one, especially for this time of year. We can put it into a veggie cap and take it. We're seeing this a lot, so most all of these could be put into veggie caps. Turn your Ninja Red shot into a hot shot. So when you're taking your Ninja Red, you could put a drop of cinnamon bark in it, and it just gives it a nice little hot spice to it. You can take a drop and spice up your hot cereal. So I think you're doing oatmeal or something like that. Putting a drop of cinnamon bark in it is great. So any recipe that calls for ground cinnamon, like pancakes or trying to remember what I made the other day that we put some cinnamon bark in. Muffins we did. It's just really, really good. So next recipe we're going to talk about is sweet potato casserole. Who hasn't went to a Thanksgiving dinner and had sweet potato casserole? So now you can make your sweet potato casserole and spice it up a little bit with some cinnamon vitality oil and a little bit of, it also has some lemon vitality oil in there. We made this one last year and it is like really, really yummy. And then a new recipe that I am looking forward to trying out is butternut squash soup. And this one we will be using clove vitality and cinnamon bark vitality oil in it. So that just sounds amazing. And clove and cinnamon has such great benefits for this time of year. Plus it's just, when you think about cinnamon and clove, it's just so, to me, heartwarming, and it just kind of is just, they're those fall smells. So ginger. Ginger oil is distilled from the root of the ginger plant and lends itself to a variety of applications. I mean, think about it. If you're using fresh ginger in your cooking, that's the ginger root that you're grating up or chopping up that you're using in your cooking. So anywhere that you would be using your ginger, you can use ginger essential oil, vitality oil. You can also use it as a dietary supplement. This one's great. Let's look at some of the things that other products that's in it, and you'll automatically know what it's good for. It is found in our Digest blend, our Digest and Cleanse, Indigize, ICP, and Essential Zyme. So if you didn't already guess it, this is wonderful for supporting normal digestion. So what another great thing to cook with and use. And I love this one in a hot drink. You know, has anybody ever made like a hot lemon and ginger tea? I've used this one in a stir fry. Quite yummy. You could put this in fresh lemonade. It's great in the veggie cap again, just for your digestion. Marinades, salad dressings. Ginger's wonderful. It's such a, you know, to me, it's just such a great oil to have around, just to make your belly happy. So this is one of my favorite recipes. I have cooked this one numerous times. This pumpkin pie is off the charts. It has 4 of our vitality oils in it: cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, and ginger. And it has such an amazing taste to it. I, highly recommend trying this one this season. Take it to your Thanksgiving dinner and wow everybody with it. Spiced pumpkin creamer. Every coffee shop you go into, pumpkin spice is the big thing right now, isn't it? It's been there for a number of years now. Pumpkin spice, it's that time of year. So now you can make your own spiced pumpkin creamer. And what I love about this one is it's a dairy-free version. So you're using almond milk in it versus milk. So for anyone that, doesn't need dairy and that likes to use nut milks instead, this is a great substitute for it. And this one has our clove, ginger, and cinnamon vitality oils in them. So make a little bit, put it in your fridge, and then you have it when you need it. So let's talk citrus vitality oils. First one that we'll discuss is lime. So lime is prized for its ability to bring a very unique citrus flavor and delicious zing to any food or beverage. Speaking of zing, this is one of the oils that's in the Ningxia Zing that we spoke about earlier, along with the black pepper. This one's found in one of our most popular oil blends, Stress Away. We can put this into Veggie Cap and take it. It's great as a daily dietary supplement. All of our citrus oils are high in limonene, so look that up. There's lots of healthy benefits to our system. Limonene is known as an antioxidant, so who doesn't need some antioxidants in their bodies? You can combine this with olive oil to use as a marinade. We've done that a lot in our home. You can include this in your stir fries. You can add it to berry dishes. It just kind of helps offset that natural, gives you that, that citrus with the sweetness of the berry, which is really nice. My favorite thing with lime is putting it in ice water, especially in the summer when it's warm. It is just so refreshing. I also like adding this one to guacamole. So anywhere that I would typically put lime juice, I use my lime oil. Orange oil. So orange is another one of those things I really relate to this time of year. It's just kind of speaks fall to me, but I also like it in the summer because it speaks summer. So it's one of those that's kind of timeless. It's a timeless oil. But it has a very clean, refreshing scent and flavor. Here we see it has the constituent limonene. So there you have your spelling so that you can research that. Young Living uses this in many products. It's in our Ningxia Red antioxidant drink, and it's also in our proprietary wellness supplement ImmuPro. Orange Vitality combines well with other fruity flavors. So it's a great addition in smoothies, drinks, and in Nature Red. So you can even add extra to your Nature Red. It's great for supporting your wellness daily, so you can add it to a couple of drops in a veggie cap. Add this to your water. Gives water a great flavor, and then you're getting all those helpful benefits by infusing the water with your citrus oils. And then using our orange in a recipe, how about some homemade orange glazed honey ham? So you can use your orange and cinnamon and clove vitality oils to make you a nice little glaze for your honey ham. Instead of going out and buying a honey baked ham, you can do your own honey baked ham. Lemon. Lemon has, again, a very bright flavor. Instead of zesting or juicing lemon, we can use our lemon vitality oil. Start small with just a single drop. You can add this to your water. It makes it very refreshing. That's the first thing I do in the morning, is put a couple of drops of lemon oil in my water and drink it, just to start my day and get my body started. You can also put it in a capsule. Lemon oil is also found in our Thieves blend. You can drop this also into, I love putting this in pancakes. A friend of mine, when I went to Melissa Harvest, introduced me to putting lemon oil in pancakes, and I have not turned back since. It just gives it such a fresh taste. It's not an overpowering lemon flavor. It's just very fresh tasting, and then it smells yummy. And the trick she taught me was you just put enough and you keep stirring it until you can smell the lemon in it, and then it's perfect. You can also put this in your vinaigrettes and your marinades. You can put a drop into yogurt and then top with fresh berries. It's great for using with chicken and fish and shrimp. I mean, we all know about, everybody uses lemon with their fish and seafood most of the time. It's a great addition to vegetables or noodles. So just a wonderful little addition. And then, why not make some homemade cranberry sauce? I don't know about anyone else, but that jelly looking stuff that comes out of a can just does not appeal to me at all. But taking a fresh bag of cranberries and having it fresh made is just so much better. So, here's another, to me, this is another wow thing that you could make for your Thanksgiving dinner, fresh cranberry sauce, using your lime and your lemon vitality oils and your orange. And then you can use a little lemon butter for your green beans. So make those green beans kind of give them a little zest. And again, just imagine how well they would smell, and just give that fresh flavor to them. And then one of my things that I love is Young Living has come out with a culinary collection. So it's a collection of the vitality oils that you would most use in your kitchen cabinet, in your spice cabinet. So that's a good way to start with your culinary collection. And for anyone who hasn't started Young Living yet, and that's new on this call and just learning about it, our premium starter kit has 5 vitality oils in it. 2 of the ones that we spoke about tonight, the lemon and the peppermint. So the premium starter kit, if you haven't gotten started, get with the person who invited you or shared this video with you. And especially this month, Young Living's always, they're so giving. This kit is amazing already on its own. It's $160, and everything that you get in it is valued at over $300. But this month, when you sign up for a wholesale account and you get your premium starter kit, Young Living's also going to give you a free 5 ml bottle of Christmas Spirit for free. And Christmas Spirit, I can tell you, in our house, is a favorite. My husband's family had Christmas trees. My husband's favorite holiday is Christmas. So we go through the Christmas spirit like crazy in our house. It just smells awesome. It has black spruce and orange and cinnamon in it. It is just one of our absolute favorites. It just makes the house so warm and cozy, and
you can't have enough Christmas spirit. I love that stuff.
I'm like, can I re-sign up and get a box?
I know.
So that concludes our information for tonight. Thanks for joining us and on this webinar. And again, if you have any questions, whether you're new to oils or a seasoned pro, we all still have questions. If you have questions, get with whomever invited you or your team leader, or just message us. Jackie, you want to throw anything in there before I hit the stop?
No, I think that's great. Awesome presentation, Patty. I wish I could sign up all over again, like you said.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I can't wait to try some of those recipes. I'm fired up.
I wish I had them all sitting right here to eat right now.
I know.
Thanksgiving's coming.
Yay.
I've made a number of them, but my favorite is that pumpkin pie is
I
awesome.
haven't made that yet, but I'm definitely going to.
It's amazing. I made it last year and everybody was like, oh my gosh, what is this? It's
Awesome. Well, thanks, Patty.
Thank you. I'm going to stop the recording.